is on the horizon. After 3 days, the special session has come to an end.
In all, 10 bills were passed to provide relief to the Coloradans who need it most. Good evening. Glad you're with us tonight at 5. I'm Shannon Ogden.
And I'm Ann Trujillo, and we want to get straight to Denver 7's political reporter Megan Lopez, who's been at the Capitol every day since this special session started.
Megan, wrapped up pretty quickly today.
It did. It wrapped up just around 1 o'clock today, Shannon, for the House anyway. The leadership of the legislature said that they wanted to keep this to just 3 days. They say they wanted to pass their 8 priority bills, and that's exactly what they did for the most part. Now, there was bipartisan support for all of those major bills, but that doesn't mean that every single piece of it was agreed upon by everyone.
After a few final hours of floor work,
because this bill is important,
a few more impassioned debates,
we should not live in fear,
and a few final votes.
with 46 aye votes, 17 no votes, and 2 excused, Senate Bill 1 is passed as amended.
The Colorado legislature wrapped up a whirlwind special session aimed at COVID-19 relief.
We did some good work here, and we did it in a bipartisan way.
This is a bridge to relief. This is a bridge until we come back in January.
Among the bills heading to the governor's desk, one that offers $37 million in direct relief to businesses and millions more to arts groups. But the money will only go to businesses in cities that comply with public health orders.
This bill is a partnership. It's a partnership with the state and local governments. And if the local government refuses to comply, then there's no partnership there.
Businesses that are eligible can start applying for aid pretty quickly, but it could take a bit for that money to get to them. Senate Bill 2, meanwhile, will offer $45 million in housing and rental assistance to people having trouble paying their bills, including landlords.
Landlords who can't evict and who aren't collecting rent, we need to do something to help them, because if they go bankrupt or have to foreclose on their rental property and can't pay their mortgage, those people won't have a place to live.
Senator Chris Holbert was the bill's co-sponsor, but there's a section he doesn't necessarily like that offers millions in help to undocumented immigrants who need housing assistance.
I have voted against funding for folks who are here in an undocumented condition, but that also goes to that reality of an extraordinary session, a special session. I don't get to pick and choose that.
The bills that were passed had bipartisan support, but that doesn't mean everyone agreed with every aspect.
1, I don't think it will hit the ground fast enough. 2, I don't think it will hit every business and help every business here. And 3, I think we just left people out.
Still, with the special session over, relief is coming, albeit temporarily.
Co-sponsors.
So the bill with the single biggest fiscal note will transfer about $100 million from the general fund to the Controlled Maintenance Trust Fund. It can then be moved to the Disaster Emergency Fund for the governor to use for things like buying supplies for COVID testing, or buying some of those PPE equipment, or setting up some of those alternative care sites as the numbers get worse. Right now, that emergency disaster fund is completely depleted, but as soon as the governor signs this bill, that money will be transferred so that he will be able to use it. FEMA will reimburse part of it, but a really busy few days here at the Colorado State Legislature, Ann.
Yeah, they got down to business quickly. All right, Megan, thank you so much. Now, before the governor signs any of the